Well, for some reason, the intro video didn't play, so we're going to try that one more time. Hold on.
You're now listening to No Gimmicks.
No Gimmicks Podcast, and we bring it to you. Every time we turn live, and you know it's the truth. Every after show, moving down, this the time we move around. No Gimmicks Podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring. This is the time for the No Gimmicks, know we doing our thing. What's your state of mind, state of mind? Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly, man, what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit, what's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on, this the time. Guarantee we move, you know how we respond. The state design when we feel it. Moving down, what's the healing? You know, gimmicks is the feeling.
There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. What is going on, No Gimmicks Nation, EPW Faithful? It's Tuesday night. Welcome back to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN. Shout out to everybody that's taking the time out to join us live. We've got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, I know I've said it 1,000 times, but shout out to Ephesians Pro Westling Revival 2026. Absolutely phenomenal show, phenomenal night for everybody, from the talent to the staff to the fans. So shout out to all of you. And we made some really good friends out there during our trip out there. And I've got two of them with me tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, they are your brand new EPW Tag Team Champions. None other, Cody G, Mikey B, the hit makers in the building. Fellas, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Doing great, man. Thank you for having us, dude.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to have y'all on the show, and I'm not going to keep y'all for long because there's a lot to get into. Hopefully, my co-host, Mr. Kelvin Cayley, will be able to jump in and join because I know he wanted to talk to you guys too. Had a couple of questions for y'all, but the first thing I want to ask, and I don't know who wants to go first with this, but what was your biggest takeaway from this year's Revival?
Cody, I'll let you go first, and then we'll kind of ping pong. How about that?
Honestly, like, it's been 2-3 days now, and it's just very surreal still. I mean, this is my second Revival now. Last year, myself, Sam, JT, we all debuted, or re-debuted, really, aligning with Barrett Brown. And a year later, here I am, winning my first championship and doing it alongside someone I've watched for quite a few years now.
Love it, man. Love it. Mikey, what's your thoughts?
Honestly, man, I'm just really glad to be a part of such an amazing thing, dude. This was obviously my very first Revival. I'm very new to the EPW crowd, and they have accepted me with open arms. And coming in there in my first ever Revival and winning tag championships with Cody G is honestly just it's a joy, man. It's great, dude. I mean, like, again, it's been a few days, but I still think about that match, and I still think about how it ended. I'm still thinking about everything that happened in it. So it's a great thing to reflect on, and a great thing to be a part of.
Incredible answers, guys. And that's something I kind of wanted to, go into the next question, because we've had tag teams here on the show, ranging from, Most Wanted. We were working on getting Purple Haze on the scene. KOA, Kane Carter, Davion Black are in the window as well. So it's always a pleasure when we get a chance to talk to tag teams, because it's like there's a resurgence, if you will, in tag team wrestling, especially down here in Texas. So how did you two kind of say, hey, this is gonna work, let's do it, let's gel and make the hit makers?
I think it's always something that everybody wants to be a part of. I think the boy band fun and the boy band world tour just kind of always travels, and I think just everybody wants to be a part of it. And now after winning those tag titles, we're going to be even looking for another member of our faction, so we're gonna have a good time with the hit makers. And we've obviously seen the boy band gimmick on very numerous amount of people, like Big J and Red Chambers, and even Tommy Dean have gotten in on this. So around Texas that have enjoyed the boy band scene, and I I think honestly it can just gel with anyone.
Nice. I love it. Cody?
Honestly, I mean, I was very hesitant when Mikey first came to me about this, but if you look at where I was 6 months ago, being part of the prophecy, and look at where I'm at now, honestly, one of the best decisions I've made in my year at EPW.
No, I love that. I love that. And it's funny that you guys touched on, world tour, because there was a audience member at the show this past weekend. We don't have to call them out or say who it was or anything, but there were chants for a world tour. So Hitmakers World Tour 2026, 2027. You got any dates for those yet?
Oh man, I mean we're gonna be running all year long. It's just a matter of what city, what time. Uh, the tag team titles was just the first stop. So, if we're just starting off with that, we can carry this a long way.
I love that. So, something else I wanted to bring up to you guys, because again, tag team wrestling seems to be growing and getting more and more eyes on it. So I'll let Cody go first, and then Mikey will come to you. Looking at the tag team landscape, whether it's EPW, whether it's outside of EPW, across Texas, who are some of your dream matchups, dream tag team opportunities for the Hitmakers?
Honestly, like, even though I'm only a part of EPW at the moment, I keep up with the entire state of Texas. And if I could pick one team from DFW, I would love to go 2-on-2 with Matty I, Trey Day and night.
Okay.
I like that answer, man. I like that answer a lot. But I mean, I think you mentioned one of my favorite tag teams in Texas, which is KOA. I think Kane Carter and Davion Black have done tremendous things in Texas, and not only Texas, now they're branching out to Oklahoma. So I would love the opportunity to just wrestle them at some point, sometime soon, before they blow up too much.
Both of those are definitely marquee matches I would love to see. And, Kelvin and I kind of have a thing here. We kind of stir the pot a little bit. We got eyes on it, ears on it. And weirdly enough, Most Wanted was on the show not too long ago. They said one of their dream opportunities was Fly Deaf. And not too long ago down in Wrestle World, Texas, they actually had their matchup. It was Most Wanted and Fly Deaf. So, hey, Hitmakers versus KOA promoters. If anybody's listening.
Man, Wrestle World is a tremendous, tremendous place to wrestle. I love being there, and they make opportunities happen. They make it work, and it's just the best atmosphere you can find.
No, you brought up something. Speaking of atmosphere, what was your guys' takeaway from that sold out crowd this past weekend at EPW Revival? The largest revival event, 308 seats, 308 people in that building, the Lauditorium. They were loud all night long from the start of the show until the very end. So what's your takeaway on those crowds, man?
Honestly, for me, I would say, again, kind of looking back to where I was 6 months ago, that the EPW faithful just despised me and wanted me gone. 6 months later, here I am, part of the Hitmakers, and now it seems like we're the thing in EPW.
Love it. Mikey?
Man, I mean, the atmosphere is unlike any other place. EPW is great, and that's the thing, is 308 souls not only watching us wrestle and get to do what we love to do and perform, but I mean, getting to hear the word of God, being able to be there and actually hear that and get that opportunity to know Jesus a little bit more. And, whether that be through wrestling or whatever, however we can connect with the people is the best. And so selling 308 before the show started, who knows how many people were actually in there. It was sold out. I think we've outgrown that building already for our next revival. But, just giving that opportunity to actually spread the word is phenomenal. And I love that opportunity. I love to be able to do that. Wrestling there was a whole nother thing, but that opportunity is even better.
Absolutely love it, man. And the last question I kind of have for you guys before we jump into Revival and kind of recap that night and break that night down. Is there a message that you have for the EPW faithful? Anybody on the tag team scene now that y'all have the tag team gold? Somebody's going to be coming after you. More than likely, Bad Company. They're going to feel some kind of way, so they're going to want to get their chip back. But is there a message that you want to give out before we jump into the breakdown and the recap?
Cody, go ahead.
I mean, like you said, Bad Company is definitely going to be gunning for us now that we've got what they had. I saw what they did to Langley just a few weeks ago, taking his wrist out. He couldn't face Dustin Bogle for the Texas title. Now look where they got that.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of good tag teams come through there. We got Guardian Omega. They chopped us around a couple weeks ago, so I'm excited to kind of face them all. I want to run through that roster, put whoever you want together, and we'll take them on.
I love it, fellas. Well, we're going to get ready to jump into the Revival breakdown. And we talked about Langley. We just talked about Bad Company. So why not start there? Because Langley had his opportunity to get back a belt he never truly lost, and that was the Texas title. And lo and behold, Langley did it. Was able to take the mogul to the limit there. There was some shenanigans going on along the way, but at the end of the day, Langley got it done. So what are y'all's thoughts and takeaways from that match?
Personally, I mean, for me, I'm very happy for Langley. Something not many people know is he's very much like a little brother to me outside the ring. And so I know everything he was going through when he first had to relinquish the title due to his injury. And now to see him work his way back up to being EPW Texas champion, it's just such a feel-good moment.
Oh, I mean, piggybacking off that, Langley's the man. I can't think of anybody else more deserving. He has worked his butt off, and he's going to continue to do it. And I know winning that title for him doesn't mean slow down and take the breaks. I know that means taking the reins and going forward, and all full on speed ahead. So Langley's the guy to do it, man. He's the guy to carry that title and give other people opportunity to go after that title.
Definitely, man. I'll piggyback on what both of y'all said because Kelvin and I, the whole night we were talking about this from the very moment we saw Langley during the Hall of Fame, ceremony and the vendor fair that was going on. Just walking in the building that night, Langley just had a different look to him. It was a different energy, a different presence, something that you don't normally see, but it wasn't a bad thing. It was a great thing. And then getting to have him come on the pre-show panel and talk to him a little bit, that intensity was like, yeah, Langley's dialed in, locked in. This is the moment for him. And us being boys of the DFW, we've seen Langley around the area, but Langley in an EPW ring, it's like night and day. It's night and day.
You're right. He's grown so much as a performer and as a wrestler, and I think you could definitely see the difference right there that night.
Absolutely. And shout out to everybody in the chat joining us tonight. We've got a comment from James Shepard, Hitmakers versus Most Wanted. I'm not opposed to that one. I like both tag teams, and depending on the location, I think it's a banger tag team match waiting to happen.
Absolutely, man. It doesn't matter where it is. I think we could have a banger anywhere. Most Wanted a great tag team. They deserve an opportunity at this title, and we're definitely going to be fighting champions. This is somebody that we want to wrestle. We always want to wrestle every single week, whether it be once or twice in a week. I'm down. I'd wrestle 7 days a week if I could.
I love it. And speaking of wrestling, speaking of banger, this next match to kind of touch on because it kicked off the night and kind of set the tone for the night. The ladies of EPW put on one very, I don't even know the right word because there was so much happening in that match. But you had the triple threat, Jody, Nova Phoenix, Baby D, and Baby D, when all was said and done, she came out on top. But we also saw Zarena, the goddess of chaos, who seems to have found a loophole and was the official. You guys want to kind of touch on that a little bit?
Zorena's sneaky, man. Zorena is a very sneaky girl, man. I've known her for a little bit. She, if she's gonna find a way to get it done, she's gonna get it done. So, she's gonna find her way. But yeah, I mean, you can't find the words for it, but I say electrifying, man. Baby D's chops, they don't play around. So, if I was to pick a winner of that match, man, I would have picked her. Um, even including with a little ref stipulation there, if you will. But I thought it was a great match, very entertaining, and I can't wait to see what else kind of happens throughout the way. So, it's only going to grow.
Right. Cody, thoughts on that one?
Honestly, just like Mikey said, it was just electrifying. I mean, it's been quite a while now since the EPW faithful got to see Zorena due to that loser leaves match. I mean, yeah, she has her attention with Nova Phoenix, but then you also have just Jody. That's an outside factor where you get two hotheads in Nova and Jody, plus Nova's tension with Zorena.
Right.
You leave one factor out, and that's Baby D.
Yeah, and Baby D is not somebody that you want to leave out by any means. And before we jump into the next match, because it's going to be a touchy subject for some people, shout out to Kelly Phipps in the chat, Mikey B, Langley, Cody Rock. You guys are awesome. So, Kelly, thank you for joining the chat. And we've got Boss Man, Kelvin Cayley is in the chat. He can't be with us on screen, but serious question in the chat. Feel free to say yes, guys. Is JJ the newest member of the Hitmakers?
Let me take this one real quick, man. I announced it right before that match. If we won those tag titles, we are going to look at it to expand the band. And I think I'm talking with Eagle now, and we are going to put together a talent show, if you will, for the next member of the boy band. If Sean wants to get in on this, he can surely audition. But I want to give everybody an opportunity to audition for the band, and we're still working out names for this competition. But be sure you're going to be seeing a talent show competition on EPW TV soon.
I love it. I feel like Boss Man only said that because I've got the white jacket on tonight. But hey, I did say it on social media that both of us are going to send in our audition tape. So I don't know.
Hey, I'm in. I'm in, JJ. Like if you want to do it, I'm in, man. I'm going to have this audition, man. You're going to have to perform in front of a crowd.
You know what? I'm here for it. Boss Man's giving me the green light. I get the night off to audition. So sign me up. Just let me know when and where.
Yeah, you got it.
But speaking of night off, man, this next match was hard to watch, man. It had a lot of buildup going into it, but then to see what played out at the end, the 2-on-1 handicap match, Dewey Declan and Ryan Hart against HBO. Shenanigans. We saw the backstage footage. We saw the messing around with the bully juice and all the things. But then following the match, the beatdown on HBO from Ryan Hart was hard to watch. His mom was in the audience. His daughter was right there ringside by commentary. I personally don't have words for this one because I'm still trying to gather exactly what happened. But do y'all have any insight, takeaways, feelings on that match?
I mean, I can say from experience, Ryan Hart, that man will do anything it takes to get what he wants. And for so long, he had even myself and the rest of the prophecy fooled thinking he was buddy-buddy with HBO. Then we've seen what's happened these last few months. But just something about all those, like the pile driver after pile driver, there was just something different. That seemed more aggressive. It didn't seem like the Ryan Hart EPW is known for all these years.
Right. I mean, the look in his eye, man, you could see the intensity. You could see he's just tired of HBO, and maybe he just doesn't want to be outshined by HBO. And I don't know if they could have done that if they didn't poison that juice, man. But I mean, who knows? That was a 2-on-1 situation where you don't want to get involved in that. You don't want to fight in that, man. We were out there when he called him out and he proposed that match. Man, I looked at him crazy because 2-on-1, it's not easy. It's not fun, especially with two sneaky guys like that. You're not gonna have a good time. And I think, like I said, the intensity in his eye, man, I think he's just over HBO stuff. So it just did not sit well. Didn't sit right with the EPW audience, obviously, and it was a very hard watch, man. Very tough to see.
Yeah, man. And Kelvin actually threw a question down there in the chat, piggybacking off of this match. What kind of message does Ryan Hart send to the locker room following a situation like that? And you guys were back there. I can only imagine it was probably pretty tense.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, and this could, it could even set up a tag team opportunity for them. This could affect us in some way, shape, or form in the future. We don't know. We don't know their intentions. We don't know what's going to happen. I know HBO was hurt, and I didn't see him the rest of the night. So thing is with that is it's always a tough watch. Who knows their intentions though?
Yeah, man. And shout out HBO's mom. She's here in the chat, letting her voice be heard. It sucked. There's no words. Black Heart, mean and cruel, and only Ryan Hart only wins because he cheats. So she's riding with HBO, and I'm here for it too. Like, I met him before the show. Seeing his little girl. I'm a girl dad myself, so I was like, hey man, you've got this. I'm rocking with you, rocking for you. And I don't know, whenever HBO comes back, I feel like that's not going to be a good thing. I feel like there's going to be a lot of animosity and pain and violence that's going to follow this, but it's only a matter of time because, like y'all said, HBO wasn't seen after that. So there hasn't been any word on the injuries, the timetable. It's been radio silent.
Yeah. 1,000%, man. I mean, yeah, it's tough. We'll see when he comes back, man. I know he's going to come back with a vengeance. You can't disrespect someone's family like that.
Right. But no, we've got two more matches to cover, and this next match was actually very unique to see. It was the Schmoz Fest, which a lot of companies have their variations of a scramble match, how they run it, how they do it. But with EPW, this one was actually interesting to see. Two guys starting off the match, and then every 3 minutes adding someone else to the mix, and it was just chaos and mayhem. And then the other rule was pinfalls or submissions could happen anywhere. So you had guys fighting in the ring, out of the ring, by the stairs, by the ramp. What are your thoughts on that match?
Go ahead, Coach.
I mean, when you look at that field, I technically have some kind of history with almost everyone in that match except for Kurt Castle, who is definitely a wild card in that, and then Bam Bam alone.
Right.
Granted, I've been in the ring with Bam Bam once, and it was in a gauntlet match. I was nowhere near where I'm at now, so you can already imagine that was pretty quick for him. But you have an element of this match where it ends by elimination, but you never know who's going to be the next one to come out.
Right.
But we started off with JT Turner and Johnny Lawless. And I can say from experience of being in the prophecy with them, there's nothing that was going to stop Turner from getting his hands on Johnny. It didn't matter if we had Sam coming out number 3. Sam could have been number 3, and Johnny could have been gone by the time Turner was done with him. But then you have the wild card of Kurt Castle. He might be with bad company, but in a situation where it's every man for himself, he could have gone with Johnny. He could have gone with Turner.
Right. Mike?
Yeah. I mean, Snozfest, I mean, if you look it up in the dictionary, I think that was that match right there, dude. There was a lot of craziness going on, and you had to know it was going to be crazy going in. That's a lot of talented athletes in one match, and there's no way to prep for it, The good thing about having a tag team title match is you know who you're wrestling. You know everything about it, So something like that, man, there's no strategy behind that. That match was crazy. Bam Bam Malone is a very talented guy, very talented wrestler that I can't wait to step in the ring with one day. And a locker room leader, man. He's a great dude. But that guy, I mean, he came out on top, man. You know, he took that opportunity of what he needed there.
That he did. And with Bam Bam picking up the win, the other catch 22 to that match was following Revival, Bam Bam can now put himself in any position, any match that he wants. So I know you guys may know Bam Bam, may have history with them, but if your mindset, if you were the winner of the Schmoz Fest, what match are you putting yourself into moving forward?
Oh man, I mean, that EPW World Championship is getting tossed around like a hot potato right now, and I know we're about to touch on that, but man, will that be something to go after? I mean, we've already beaten his boys once, Bad Company. Think we could beat him for the world title.
Cody?
Honestly, just like Mikey said, Dustin's got that EPW championship, and I mean, what bigger prize to go for?
Yeah, no, I love it. And since we're talking about it, the original scheduled match was APOC defending the EPW world title against Aiden the Dragon. And just seeing this match on paper, me and Kelvin were both like, oh, what? This is going to be crazy because I follow both of these guys around Texas, and they are both phenomenal in every sense of the word from top to bottom. So seeing this match and then seeing what happened at Revival, the early day beatdown, APOC beating down Aiden, taking out the ribs, Eagle saying, hey, I'm going to cancel this. I don't want to put you through it. Aiden says, no, I want this match, bad ribs and all. Throw the rules out the window, make it a DQ. And then to go through that match, and those chops from APOC sounded like shotguns through the building. Oh, just being that close ringside, listening to some of those, it was hard, man. And
Yeah.
Eagle got to the point he was ready to throw in the towel. Aiden stopped him, climbed that mountain, and got it done. But then, Q Bad Company and the Case for Christ, and we have a new EPW world champion in Dustin Bogle. What are your guys' takes on the main event?
Go ahead, Cody.
For me, I mean, I can say I'm not surprised. Dustin's used this numbers game he's had ever since Bad Company became a thing. And what better time, honestly, than right after Aiden? Let's not even talk about what happened to Aiden because I'm surprised he made it out of that alive. But it was definitely an opportunity Dustin just could not pass up. But eventually, Aiden's going to get his get back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that title is gonna be a mess, you know, because Brixton Shaw's on the horizon. You know, he was watching that very closely. You know, he just dropped that title not too long ago, and you know, you got APOC is just a beast, man. He's a monster that can rip through anything. So, you know, you'd like to think that APOC will outdo the numbers here, with with Bad Company. But Aiden the Dragon, man, he's a fighting champion, man. I mean, he's you know, he's a fighting kind of guy. You're right. You know, you JJ, you touched on this, man. You've seen him around Texas. This guy is the next big thing, man. He's only 23 years old. Great guy that has a lot of potential, man. He's definitely gonna see that title again. This isn't it, you know. So, and then now you even have a talent like Bam Bam Balone, you know, possibly even entering the fray. So, you know, you got a lot of politics and a lot of business going on around that main title that I really can't wait to see, man. You got to tune in and you got to watch it every single time because it's going to get just more and more crazy, you know. I'm excited.
Absolutely, man. And we're about to get ready to wrap things up, get out of here. But before we do, the final question, Boss Man in the chat again. This one is for you guys. With Revival now out of the way, what is on the horizon for the new tag team champs to look forward to?
Personally, I will say, besides all these auditions, JJ, you got to send in your tape. That goes for Kevin as well. But like we said earlier, any and all challengers, KOA, Most Wanted, Day and Night. One I'll even throw out that may not be a tag team anymore, Ollie Summers and Danny O'Ryan. They were two members of one of the best teams in Texas for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw anybody you want in there, man. We're very excited, but I'm definitely on the horizon of seeing who that next boy band member is going to be, who's going to be that next hit maker, and then what can they bring to our group, man? Because we're not trying to get held back. We're trying to move forward. We're trying. This is again very first stop on the Hit Makers World Tour, and it's only going to get crazier from here. So I'm very excited.
Well, I appreciate both of you guys taking the time out of your busy schedules, planning out the Hitmakers World Tour to really make your first stop at the No Gimmicks podcast. So thank you guys. Before we get out of here, can y'all let the people know where they can follow you, find more of you, if you've got anything on the horizon with other companies? Mikey, I'll let you start.
Yeah, man. I'm on Mikey B the Wrestler on Instagram. I think I'm Mikey B the Wrestler on TikTok as well. I'm Mikey Barker on Facebook. Just give me a follow, give me a friend request, man. Right now, I don't have anything too crazy coming up. I might go ahead and pop into the MPX's last show in that building this week. Huge show. I highly encourage you guys come out, and I know it's going to sell out very fast if it hasn't already. But the MPX Level Up is coming up, man. It's going to be a huge show. We got a lot of big returns coming in there, and I hope to be a part of it. I hope to just be there, and yeah, dude. I mean, then other than that, EPW all the way.
Absolutely.
I love it. Cody?
I mean, Instagram, TikTok, Cody Gray exists. On Facebook, just Cody Gray. I mean, right now, all I've got lined up is all of our next title defenses at EPW. But like Mikey said, Saturday night, MPX is Level Up. I personally won't be on the card as of right now, but you never know who will show up, and you never know what's going to happen.
That is true. So, guys, again, thank you so much. And because you touched on MPX Level Up, No Gimmicks Nation, if you didn't know, this is the last show at the MPX Event Center in Bedford this upcoming weekend, May 23rd. Make sure you stay tuned to the No Gimmicks podcast, because later on this week, we're going to break down this insane card, get you ready for that show and everything else that you need to know related to MPX. But again, EPW faithful, thank y'all for taking the time in to join us to welcome No Gimmicks into the community with welcome arms. We look forward to working with you guys again very, very soon in the near future. So like we always say at the end of every episode we do, take care of each other, enjoy what you're going to enjoy. And until next time, peace.
Deuces, Jeff. Thank you.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks, gimmicks.